Spiritual medium Pamela Theresa is so much more than a medium. She is also a physical medium. She can use her energies to help spirits manifest. And she is an empath. She can feel the injuries and emotions of both the living and spirit, including their cause of death, all combined for an amazing connection with spirit unmatched anywhere. And she relies solely on spirit communication and not on psychic impressions known as a psychic read. Everything out of her mouth is from spirit, and nobody knows more about the truth and about you than your loved ones in spirit. They are with you always and want to offer their help and love. What you're about to see are actual spiritual reads. She will be bringing peace and understanding to people who grieve the loss of a loved one and telling their stories from beyond the veil of death. Pamela Theresa, Medium in the Raw. On this edition of Medium in the Raw, we go on location for the first time. Tonight we partnered with the good people at Automatch USA, and several fans of local haunts and Medium in the Raw had a chance to have a free mini read with Pamela Theresa.
If I sit in the middle here, can you hear both of us?
Can you hear both?
Okay, I'm nice. I'm used to having the other mics.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. She's like, come on, Pamela, get with it. Now, you know how I always have spirit come to my right.
Okay.
And so she's right here, back here. You can feel her, too. Her warmth, her slight warmth.
Oh, I can. Amazing, wonderful.
All right. Now, did she have to have oxygen on?
That was my stepmother.
Okay,
Stepmother.
Okay, your stepmother's coming through, and she's showing me that, and I can breathe that. And one of the first things that she says right off the bat is, she's really proud of you, and that has to mean something for you.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did your father have chest issues?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he's, but also too at the end something with his head and through his chest.
Ah, okay.
Does that make
that
sense?
makes sense.
Okay.
Yes, he had been in a car accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what he's talking about. Why is your father showing me a vision of a boat? Did he serve?
He was in the Army, but not.
Okay. Where's the ship and boat connection? Did y'all go on a Carnival cruise?
We went on cruises, yeah. We traveled quite a bit.
Okay, yeah. Y'all did travel an awful lot. Yeah, but he is telling me he did serve as well. So that's just a point of validation.
Okay.
Do you still have his ring?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, he's giving it to me, and I don't know why I asked you to because he's showing it to me, but I always wind up doing that. Did she suffer for about 5 years? Who was the one that had the 5-year suffering?
My mom.
Okay. Yeah. She says don't worry about it because she says sometimes that bothers you.
All the time.
Did somebody take their life? Who's coming through? Do you have a friend that has a son that took his life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's stepping in and saying hello and giving love. Do you still have connection to her?
Yes. Yes.
And he's talking about she has a picture of him with a red shirt on, so you might remember that. I see that as a T-shirt, and maybe it's got a band or something like it's a T-shirt.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Does
Yes.
that ring any bells for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He just wants to let her know that he's in heaven, and he's doing great. She did not do anything. She did not do this. He wants her to know that she did not do this. Okay? So she's been going through in her mind going, if I had done this or did that, or because they had a really tough life. Mm-hmm. And so she's trying to take responsibility for this, but he said that please don't do that. Because people did try to save me and I didn't listen, is what he's saying. So, but he loves her very much.
Coming up on Medium in the Raw, Pamela takes the breath away from fans with mind-blowing validations you don't want to miss.
Now you're at a disadvantage because you've never watched my show Medium in the Raw as far as the core of my work. You're a hardcore local Hunts fan.
Pretty much, yes, ma'am.
So?
I like Steve and the gang, and you.
Well, thank you. Was there anybody in particular that you wanted to hear from that's in spirit?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you want to hear from?
My dad and my sister.
Your dad. Now, did your sister, was hers like a shocker, surpriser?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's the way she puts it. Her language is like that. She's making up words. It was a shocker. It was a surpriser for you. It was a sudden death.
Yes, it was.
She is saying to you that she is very sorry.
I'm glad.
It was something that she did that got her to where she is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, you tried to help her, but you wouldn't listen to her. She wouldn't listen to you.
She wouldn't listen to anybody, not even our mother.
Yeah. Now, who has the red car or had the red car?
Her.
Okay, so that's just her way of validating that. Okay, yes, indeed, this is me. So they bring up validations like that. Did you keep her? And here it is. There's a theme tonight. Do you have her doll?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. That's it. She's showing. Yeah. Okay. Do y'all have a son? Do you have a son? Does she have a son? Where's the son? Where's the boy?
He's a boy. Well, I helped her raise him.
Okay. Her son.
Mm-hmm.
She says thank you.
Thank you.
Did you also have somebody who had to be on life support for a while?
He did.
Okay, she's saying hi.
You know who that is? Who was on life support?
Okay, she's saying hi. And also, too, is there a Debbie or a little Debbie in your family? A Debbie? She's talking Debbie or Deborah. Is that connected? Who's?
I have an Aunt Deborah.
Okay. She's still here, right? Or okay. So anyway, your sister's saying hi to Aunt Debbie.
Okay, yeah.
Would that make sense?
I'll pass it along.
Does it make sense that her head would have been hurting?
Yes.
Okay. Who liked the canned tomato soup?
I think my dad did a lot.
Yeah. And he's back here as well.
My stepfather.
Yes. It's the canned tomato soup is what he's showing me.
Yeah. Because he would send some home with Daddy.
Yep. So he wanted to make a little appearance real quick. Do you have any questions?
No. I thank you.
You're welcome, my love.
Totally different than what I thought it was going to be.
Healing. And by the way, it's going to go on for days. You're going to be remembering. Because you think it's just me babbling, but it's not. Everything they're telling, I'm just going boom. Everything that your grandma told you, you needed to hear that.
That was a surprise.
There.
He didn't say, well, I'd like to hear from my grandma, but she did come through. He needed to hear from her.
Yes. Keep it going. Y'all got it. Well, your father's going to go exactly and precisely where you do not want to go, I guess. But don't worry. Whatever makes it to the show, if it's private, it won't make it to the show if it's private.
You'll bleep out a bunch of stuff.
We'll bleep out a bunch of stuff, okay? So I feel heavy on the right side of my body in this way, and I get a little bit dizzy, and I get a little bit nauseous, and my lung hurts. So that's the empathic hit that he's giving, that I'm getting from his experience. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
What was 7 years ago for you?
Divorce. Big time divorce.
He said that was a shift in your life like nothing else.
Yes, it was.
He passed before then. He passed more than 7 years ago.
My dad?
Yeah.
Oh, 25 years ago.
What he's trying to say is he knows what was going on in your life, even though he was already on the other side. He knew about the divorce, and that's why he's bringing it up. So he is around you and helping you. Do you have any questions?
No, my mind's pretty blown at the moment.
That's my job. I do it well.
Coming up on Medium in the Raw, Pamela takes the breath away from fans with mind-blowing validations you don't want to miss.
So have you ever had a reading from a medium before?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so basically the extent of your experience with this is watching local haunts. And
Just you.
okay, have you been thinking about him and trying to help him? Because
Yes.
this is her way of coming through and validating
Yes.
that she's trying to help him. Because you already told me that she did take her own life, so that's not a validation anymore. Correct?
Correct.
She's giving me a lot of killers. So in my mouth, I'm just tasting a whole lot. Yes. So, okay, so she just kind of went to sleep. Everything's okay. It wasn't painful is what she's trying to tell you, okay?
Was it grief?
She said it started before then. Actually, she was a mess before then, and so that was just kind of like the thing that kind of pushed her off the edge. She actually considered going to.
Oh my God!
sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So she was trying to decide, but she actually decided it would be more compassionate for the loved ones to find her in the way of like sleeping.
We found her sleeping.
Yes, and so that's just a way of validating that she's quite aware. She's very much okay now, and she's fully transitioned. And she says to you, she's telling you this exact words. She's like, "No, I'm not rotting in hell."
Thank God, Aunt Vivian.
Did you find the letter that she wrote?
No.
There is a letter. She wrote something now. I think it's in the back of a book somewhere where she jotted down some stuff.
I know where it's at.
Okay.
I know where it's at. Okay.
Okay.
It's in a book. I know where it's at.
Back of the book. So you'll find her notations and such like that. It's very private. It's something that you'll find, but you'll know that it was actually her. You'll know that there were messages for you. Okay. Who didn't like the cream of wheat?
Me.
Okay. So she's trying to lighten it up here. And you're very much, when it comes to texture, when it comes to food, it's like it's got to have the right texture. And then if there's even so much as a lump in that, well, you're just gonna.
I'm done.
It's like you literally gag.
I gag.
So
she taught me how to cook, and I'm very picky and particular.
Yes, and that's why she brings up food. And
I do gag.
She says if it's wrong texture, you little.
She knows I love my orange juice and my hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
No lumps.
No lumps. You're very particular with that. So you feel better now? You feel better now?
Yeah, that is so cool. So ask her what she wants me to do.
Well, one step at a time, one day at a time. You're doing a good job. Just, follow your heart. She said, don't make the same mistake I made.
I won't.
That's exactly what she said.
I won't.
So it's a private thing between the two of y'all, so you know.
It is very private.
Okay, so that's...
She knows what, I know what
Yeah.
she's talking, oh my God.
Yeah.
I know what she's talking about.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Good, you're complete.
I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe this.
Okay, who did you want to hear from?
My mother.
Your mama? Who broke their left leg?
Who what now?
Broke their left leg? Yeah, she's showing me that. Sure. And then they had to have a brace on the left side for a while.
That would have been me, actually.
Yeah, left leg.
Right.
But the left one still kind of gives you a little bit of an issue she's talking about. This is just her way of trying to ease her way in, which is what she does. She doesn't feel sudden. Her death. What was going on? Yeah, I know. Something happened, she said, 3 days before. Do you remember?
3 days before.
She's triggering your memory. She wants you to go back. It's only in a way of helping and also to invalidating the point. So you'll go back in your memory bank and you'll go, I'll be damned. She's digging things up. The most powerful thing about the read is after and following the read. After we meet, you're going to be, she's linked to you. She's helping you. So you still have that connection. After we meet, she's still going to be communicating with you. She's repeating herself. 3 days before, and she's showing me Wednesday as being an important day.
That's the day that she dies, on a Wednesday.
Okay. So that's a way of her validating. So whatever was going on that Sunday, was that the last time you saw her?
Yes.
So that's important. Was there ever any closure or answers for you?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Okay, because she's showing me how complicated it was.
It's very complicated.
Okay, something was going down that created her getting really upset.
It was.
Okay,
It was.
so cause
In effect.
and effect. So it kind of feels like somebody who it's not suicide energy, but it feels like because of the results of something, her life was taken. Is that something that you felt for, like, it's just...
In a sense, yeah. Because
Okay.
she was brokenhearted, put it that way.
It was related to a male that was in her life. Where is your father?
He's deceased.
Yeah, because he's like way back. See what I'm saying? I mean, she's like right close. He's far. And when they do that, it means something. When they're far away like that, it's not that they're far away from each other, because of course they have universal sight. They understand each other. But he's trying to represent as to what was going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And he's almost like asking permission to come forward. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so he's actually asking permission to come forward. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Did you, or was this your father? Because when he comes closer, I feel very tight through here, and the back of my head hurts really bad. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just a way of validating him. He was the southpaw, left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He says he's doing really good with his work now. He was after her. Was he after her in passing?
Yeah, he was after her.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He was after her a long time. Did y'all have a big plot of land? Who had the plot of land, or was this connected to your father?
His father, his grandfather.
Now, did he help and assist his father in fencing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what he's showing me. Did you ever get to enjoy that?
No.
Okay, all right. Now, who's the one that liked to drink a little bit?
His wife.
You see how kind they are. They'll be like, I'm the kind one where I'm seeing there's a lot of alcohol. I'm like, he likes to drink a little bit.
Coming up on Medium in the Raw, a heartwarming apology from the other side.
He's coming in, and he is saying he's really sorry. Yeah. He says, and here's the words, a lifetime of sorry. So he said, step back, I want you to be very careful, and this is how it has to be said, a lifetime of sorry. So that's for you from him. But he had a great amount of remorse. Just because you transition does not mean you're going to be all up in the clouds going, wee, I'm out of here. That's when it sinks in, and you were feeling it after he passed. You could feel the sadness. What you were feeling was his great remorse. And he understands where sometimes you are like, not today. He gets that. And so he works the perimeter for you with your mom right by your side. But she's been a great teacher for him. He owes her quite a bit. So that was kind of redemption for him when she was there taking his hand. That's the greatest message they wanted you to have today. And he said, you know, sometimes if you have a dream where you're working on fences or putting up property, somehow or another, that's a visitation from your Father. You're working with him. So for him, his true love and what he very much appreciates, he loves the land. That's what he's showing me. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. He's done a lot of farming.
Yeah, it still pumps through his spiritual blood.
Mm-hmm.
He works on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know it's physical for them for where they are.
Right.
This is Copcat here. You have any questions?
That's it.
You good?
That's good.
Now what you think it would be, huh?
If you or someone you know would like a group or private reading with Pamela Theresa, call 904-238-4359. Or if you want to join the online community and learn more or watch exclusive videos, go to mediumintheraw.com. There you can also learn about upcoming dates for Local Haunts live events featuring Pamela Theresa, Medium in the Raw.